Welcome back, folks, to Injection of Inspiration, where every single Saturday I, Graham G.S. and Matthews, offer you your daily dose of helpful advice, motivational tips, etc., etc. Hope you guys are doing well and enjoying your weekend. So I've talked about this here before on the show in several different respects and kind of alluded to it and stuff like that, kind of mentioned it a few different times, but the people that you surround yourself with, the people that you call friends, like family, you can't choose family, and your family is supportive of you, they love you, all that other kind of great stuff. And if you don't have a great family, if someone in your family is a bad egg, do all that you can to avoid them. That's all I can really say. But this video, I want to focus on your friends. You do choose who your friends are. You do choose to associate who, you do choose who you associate yourself with. And I've said before, one of my favorite quotes, of all people that said it wasn't his quote, but I hadn't heard it before. He had said it on Talking Smack a couple weeks ago. John Cena, a couple months ago, rather. He had said, "You are the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with." And I thought that was a brilliant quote. Because to me, and I've said this before, I'm not the type of person to have 30 to 40 different acquaintances and people I call quote-unquote friends and whatever. I am much more comfortable in having a much smaller social circle. Having 4 or 5 people I call really good friends, people that I know I can trust and confide in, and so on and so forth. And it may be different for you, and again, that's completely okay. It's really all dependent on who you are. But whether you have 100, it doesn't matter how many friends you have. It really doesn't fucking matter. It depends on the quality of friends that you have. And it kind of becomes a trend early on in life, who you befriend in school and in college and stuff like that. If you get involved with the wrong people, that's not on them. If they're a bad influence on you, that's not their fault. They may be a piece of shit. They may be a scum. But it's up to you to say to yourself that, okay, I may not want to associate myself with these people. Do they give a shit about me? Probably not. If they don't, then you need to disassociate yourself with them as soon as possible. Surround yourself with people that you know care about you, that you know love you, that you know are going to be there through the good times and the bad times. I talked about that last week when I was going through my dark days back in 2011. There were people that were there at the best of times and the worst of times, not at just one or the other. The people that will matter the most to you in your lifetime will be there no matter what. They will be there regardless, and you need to find those people. No matter what people say, contrary to what the popular opinion is, this world is not all terrible people. What a shocking revelation, I know, but it's up to you to find those people that are worth your time. The gems, the hidden gems of the world, they just take a little longer to find, but once you do, you'll be so happy that you did. I know people, especially in high school too, sometimes in college too, but I've kind of steered away from kind of associating myself with these kind of people. But especially in high school, I was very lenient about helping people out with their homework. Not just helping out, but like blatantly giving answers to people. Not on tests and shit. I would never do that kind of fucking thing. But for homework and stuff like that, people would rely on me like, hey, did you do this? Did you get it or whatever? Not even really did you get it, like flat out asking me for answers. And I would just give it to them. I don't know if I was expecting something in return or what, if I didn't really care. But then those same people that you do that kind of stuff for, that you just do 100%, 110% things for, and not that you always need to get something in return. I saw someone say on Twitter about a couple weeks ago, and again, I thought it was a very profound quote, that you don't do things for people expecting things in return. That's stage 2 of Kohlberg's moral stages of development. You can do that if you want. If you're expecting something out of someone, that's fine, but you do things because you want to. Do things for people because you want to do them. Don't expect anything in return. You can give a gift to someone. Don't expect anything back. You know what? That's just the way that I feel. Feel free to disagree, but I feel it's foolish for people to, I held the door for that guy. Why didn't he hold the door for me? It's like, he's not morally obligated to do anything for you. You did a nice thing for him. Feel good about yourself that you did something nice for someone else. And if you don't expect things from other people, then the chances are good things will happen to you as well. Good things will soon follow. That's just the way that karma works, the way that life works. From what I've experienced, maybe you've had different experiences. Again, this is only one 21-year-old's thoughts, 2 cents, and beliefs on life and whatnot, and what I've experienced so far. But just in terms of your friends, don't deal with people that'll always ask you for your homework or always ask you for money and all this other shit. And not that you need to get something in return, but they only rely on you for certain things. And once I realized that in like my junior year of high school, I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I'm not going to help you out. Like, do your own shit. I know people who was like, oh, did you do the reading for today's class? No, fuck off. I did do the reading, but I'm not going to help you. Like, I'm not doing your homework for you. That makes absolutely no sense. Unless we're like really, really good friends and we help out each other in different ways. Other than that, no, I'm not going to fucking help you. Like, do the work and then come back to me and maybe I'll help you comprehend it or understand the material. I'm not going to do your shit for you. That's fucking stupid. And the more, again, from what I've experienced, the places that you will experience this the most isn't college, especially not even with stuff like homework, but with stuff like drinking. And maybe you consider those people that you drink with frequently or do whatever with really good friends, and that's great. But I know a lot of people. I know one person in particular that just told me a couple months ago that before we had met, before we had become friends, this person had relied way too heavily on other people that they had considered friends because they went out to the bar all the time. They would get wasted. Oh my God, this is so great. But when things weren't all that great, where the fuck were they? Nowhere. They didn't care. If you weren't drinking with them, they didn't give a shit. And that's how this person finally realized that once they stopped drinking and they gave up that lifestyle, not to say that they were an alcoholic or anything, but once this person stopped drinking, they didn't want to hang out with them anymore. They didn't want to hang out with him just because he wasn't drinking anymore. Like, that's fucking stupid. Like, if you only do one activity with someone, I mean, I guess you could still consider them friends, but if they only like you because they need someone to go out to the bar with or go get wasted with or go do drugs with or whatever, that's not a fucking friend. That's a drinking buddy, maybe. That might be the right term, but they're not your friends. Like, you need to realize who your real friends are. You need to sit down and I'm not saying like write down, make a list. You just made the list of like your real friends and who aren't your real friends and shit like that. But you need to reassess your friendships, your relationships with different people. Why are they your friends? Not to say that, I've always said like, okay, if they're not adding anything into your life, then they shouldn't be friends with you. And by that, I'm not saying like, okay, if they're not giving you something, then they're not your friends. I'm not fucking saying that at all. That's the exact opposite, actually. If they don't add anything positive to your life, if they don't contribute anything that is, optimistic or positive in any way, then why are you friends with them? Why are you dragging yourself down to their level of being negative and being, very close-minded all the time and all this other kind of stuff? That to me has never made any sense. I don't spend time with people, to waste my time. Not to say that my time is all this valuable shit and whatever. Not to say that my time is extremely valuable, but I don't want to spend time with people that aren't going to make me happy, or not just that they have to make you happy, but if I feel like I'm contributing to their lives in some way or something like that. That to me has never made any sense whatsoever. So again, you need to reassess your friendships, who you're dealing with, who you've been friends with. And just because you've been friends with someone for 20 years doesn't mean that they're your best friend. I feel like length has nothing to do with it. A lot of the people that I call close friends to this day, I've only met in the past 2-3 years alone. I don't talk to anyone from high school. I do not give a shit about anyone from high school. They don't give a shit about me. So it goes both ways. So I don't really care. I don't have any hard feelings towards people. I've always said I don't hate people. I just don't care about people, which I feel like is a stronger feeling to not. I mean, hate is you're still exuding emotion towards someone. If you don't care, then you don't care. So that's not your prerogative. But other than a few people I used to be friends with many, many years ago in middle school that I recently reunited with in the past couple of years because they're pretty cool dudes, only in the past couple of years have I found my real friends, people that were there through the thick and thin, that have done some amazing stuff for me. And I expect nothing from nobody. I am a true believer in doing stuff myself, whether it be getting stuff for myself or going places by myself. I don't rely on anyone to do anything just because that's just not the way that I work. So when people pay me back in other ways in doing stuff for me or getting something for me and stuff like that, I appreciate it that much more because I don't expect that, nor do I really, not that I don't want it, but you know what I mean, just in terms of I don't really do things for people, as I said, expecting something in return. Do things for people because you want to. That's the bottom line of today's video. That and know who your real friends are. They're out there, and you can make friends at any stage. I had someone say to me about a year or so ago that, oh, I can't make any new friends in my new classes because we're already halfway through the semester, which is the dumbest thing that you could possibly imagine. Like, if you put yourself in that situation, if you think like that, then you're absolutely right. But if you believe the bullshit that's coming through your mouth, that's coming out of your mouth, then maybe that's the case. But you need to believe that you can make friends at any stage. And for me, I get along with people that are actually older than me, with the exception of maybe a few people that are either my age or a year younger. I'm friends with people that are way older than me. Jason's almost 10 years older than me, and I consider him one of my best friends, if not the older. I mean, I have an older brother, but not the older brother I never had, because I do have an older brother, but like an older brother in a way, just in terms of what he contributes to my life. And I've said before, Jason's a great guy. Fucking RJ's amazing. John, Tom, who you guys hear on Wrestle Rant Radio, those are four of my really close, my really close four friends, my four horsemen, so to speak, four people I consider great friends / brothers, and people that have been there regardless of what's happened over the years. And just that have been there and through the thick and thin and stuff like that. You need to find those type of people, and they're out there. You can make, again, friends at any stage. To think that you can't, you're doing yourself a major disservice, because you can. It doesn't matter whether you're in high school, middle school, elementary school, college, 30, 40, 50 years old. And it just got to happen naturally. You can't go to places. I've seen also the same exact person who said the other dumb thing I said earlier. They go to play, and I mean, I guess this isn't a wrong way to think, but going places expecting to make friends, it's just going to happen organically. You can't like, oh, I want to be your best friend. Like, you're going to find people that genuinely interest you. And I've said before, like, you're going to find chemistry with people just out of the blue. Like Jason and I, he's my manager at work whenever I'm home in Connecticut, off for the summer from school. And we just bonded like that, not over wrestling, but just in terms of the way that we think, especially just Jason and the way that his outlook on life and his experiences alone just fascinate me. And we bonded over that almost instantly when I first met him in the summer of 2015. And one person, Tom, who I had met a couple years ago in my junior year of college, about a year and a half ago, he had commented on my Dean Ambrose sweatshirt, and we talked for an hour and a half about wrestling, and it felt like 5 minutes. RJ, same thing. I could talk to him for hours about anything, and it could feel like 5 minutes. And that's when you know you have chemistry with someone, whether it be a friend, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whoever. You're going to know when you have chemistry. You're just going to know. You're just going to know. There's really no signs like, oh, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. You just know. And when you can spend that much time talking to someone and you don't feel like your time is wasted, that person is probably someone special to you that you should hold on to and not let go of. Because regardless of what happens in your life, they're always going to be there regardless. Someone that you have a shared mindset with. And you can be very different from someone and still be good friends with them. That's also a common misconception. But you'll find this out throughout your journey of life, no matter where you are in life's journey, high school, college, adult, wherever. Friends are important. Relationships are important. I've always said you will never need anyone to make you happy but yourself, which is absolutely true. But you can always have people to help you along the way, whether it be 4 friends, 40 friends. It really all depends on who you are. They're out there. Spend time trying to know these friends. And you can also have friends from social media as well. I've talked about it before, maybe in last week's video, but there are so many great people I've met through social media on Twitter that I consider better friends than some people I know in reality, because people are there. They genuinely care about you. It doesn't matter whether you've met face-to-face in reality or not. They can still be there for you regardless, whether it be Twitter is the most popular platform for me, or YouTube, or Facebook, or whatever else is out there. I'm not on it. I'm not on Instagram or fucking Vine. I know that's not really a thing anymore, or Snapchat, whatever. But you can make friends at any age, at any stage, really wherever. You can have a best friend that lives halfway across the world that you've never met before, but they're always there. They're genuinely caring about you. So find those friends, whether they be online, in reality, they're out there. Spend the time trying to find those people. Those will be the people that matter most in your lifetime. So that's it, guys, for today's injection of inspiration. Hope you enjoyed. Like, dislike, whatever you may feel. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video. I enjoy doing these videos every single week for you guys. I'll be back next Saturday with an all-new installment of Injection of Inspiration to give you your daily dose of the old PMA, the positive mental attitude. So until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.